one.
For a 215-pound guy against, and almost rubbery.
Ooh, that's what he's been trying to do all night.
This point, but most of his fans and support
hold back anything. This is your chance to be champion of the world.
He lands flush on Lennox Lewis with a series of combinations.
His own way.
And now Lewis cuts loose.
What a turn of events.
Lewis settled around and allowed him to get back into the fight.
Been difficult for the champion. Round 11, Mavrovich just doesn't have much left, and Lewis is treating him with total disrespect.
Athletic Commission Commissioner Mark Sheffield.
Pertandingan Lennox Lewis versus Terminator asal Kroasia. Lennox Lewis yang telah berhasil mempertahankan gelar kelas berat WBC miliknya sebanyak 3 kali, yaitu setelah meraih kemenangan diskualifikasi di ronde kelima atas Hendry Akinwande yang didiskualifikasi karena holding Akinwande yang berlebihan, dan menghentikan Andrei Golota pada tahun 1997 dengan kemenangan KO 95 detik di ronde yang pertama, serta mengalahkan Shandon Briggs dengan kemenangan KO di ronde yang kelima pada tahun 1998, dan menjadi juara kelas berat linear dan sekaligus mempertahankan gelar kelas berat WBC miliknya untuk yang ketiga kalinya. Maka Lennox Lewis direncanakan akan menghadapi juara kelas berat WBA dan IBF, yaitu Evander Holyfield, dalam rencana duel penyatuan gelar untuk menentukan juara kelas berat tak terbantahkan. Namun Evander Holyfield masih harus mempertahankan gelarnya melawan Hendry Akinwande. Dan di sisi lain, Lennox Lewis setuju untuk menghadapi penantang nomor 1 WBC, yaitu seorang kelas berat asal Kroasia yang belum terkalahkan dalam 27 kali pertandingan yang telah dijalaninya, yaitu Jelko Mavrovic. Di mana pertandingan Lennox Lewis versus Jelko Mavrovic ini disebut juga sebagai pertempuran para raksasa, yaitu pertandingan tinju profesional yang digelar pada tanggal 26 September tahun 1998 di Mohegan Sun Arena di Amerika Serikat. Bagaimana jalannya pertandingan ini? Mari kita lihat cuplikan-cuplikan video berikut. Di ronde pertama, dengan gaya rambutnya yang tampak menakutkan dan sedikit lucu, Jelko Mavrovic tampak aktif untuk melakukan pergerakan-pergerakan di ronde awal pertandingan ini, yaitu pertandingan yang menjadi perebutan gelar juara dunia pertamanya di sepanjang karirnya. Dan di sisi lain, Lennox Lewis terlihat menunjukkan pertarungan yang lebih santai, tanpa adanya tekanan atau serangan serius dari Lennox Lewis di ronde-ronde awal pertandingan ini. Di ronde kedua, pertandingan ini, jab-jab yang dilepaskan Lennox Lewis untuk menghentikan setiap serangan yang coba dibangun oleh Mavrovic berhasil membuat luka kecil di mata kiri Jelko Mavrovic.
That was such an important weapon for him in his win over Tommy Morrison a few years back.
Step back.
Stewart would probably like to see more of the
Fight a little.
Stepping backwards, rubbing his back on
Di ronde ketiga,
small man. He's looking like a big man.
Di ronde ketiga pertandingan ini, sebuah pukulan tangan kanan dari Jelko Mavrovic berhasil mengagetkan Lennox Lewis di pertengahan ronde ketiga ini.
There's the jab of Lewis snap.
Whoa, good right hand by the Maverick.
Yep, Mavrovic came.
At some point, Lennox Lewis is going to have to just decide, hey, I'm the big champion.
3 rounds of chess with Jelko Mavrovic.
Trying to land right hands, thinking that
Di ronde keempat, hingga di ronde keenam pertandingan ini, Lennox Lewis mulai menegaskan dirinya sebagai seorang petarung kepada Mavrovic, yaitu dengan melepaskan beberapa pukulan kuat dengan hati-hati sebagai respon untuk menggagalkan setiap serangan yang coba dilakukan oleh Jelko Mavrovic.
Lennox hadn't gone more than 5 rounds in more than 3 years.
No. That's a no.
But to the left a little bit.
Champion Lennox Lewis.
Mavrovich is doing a good job, you see.
That was a good right hand. Finished the round. Has played the role of counterpuncher and occasional hands when he box for Mavrovich. Hard uppercut, snap. Throws the jab. The case here. All he has to do is throw it. He doesn't even have to land, and it chokes.
His extra weight. Bump into him. When you miss him, let him feel your big body.
Landed another right uppercut as the round came to a close. Is down to about 0 as Lewis attacks and lands another. Low blow by Lewis. This time Lewis went the distance. It was a very close fight. Lewis got the decision by piling up points on his jab, though he sees this as target practice.
As I was saying, Mavrovich fought that last round.
Ronde ke-7.
And Mavrovich feels the power.
Ronde ke-7 pertandingan ini menjadi ronde terbaik bagi Jelko Mavrovich,
Lennox lands every uppercut. Is that
yang berhasil melepaskan beberapa pukulan kombinasi yang mengguncang Lennox Lewis di pinggiran ring.
Away from Lennox Lewis is right.
Namun Lennox Lewis akhirnya berhasil keluar dari tekanan Mavrovich tersebut dan kembali maju mengguncang Jelko Mavrovich di sisa waktu ronde ke-7 pertandingan ini.
two uppercuts landing flush for Mavrovich, and another, and a right cross, and a left hook, and suddenly it's all Mavrovich as he lands flush on Lennox Lewis with a series of combinations.
What a turn of events. He had it all his own way.
And now Lewis cuts loose with a right cross that backs Mavrovich back up.
Stop. Break.
Boy, that's when it gets to be rough when a guy 240 somewhat pounds start leaning on you.
Crowd Malabonnet and all the Mavrovich.
Di ronde ke-8,
Right hand.
di ronde ke-8 hingga di ronde ke-10 pertandingan ini, mungkin kita sudah dapat melihat bahwa Jelko Mavrovich telah melakukan apa yang tampaknya menjadi hal yang paling terbaik yang bisa dia berikan di sepanjang jalannya pertandingan ini. Dan Lennox Lewis sepertinya hanya melakukan apa yang tampaknya seperti hal minimum yang menurutnya dia perlukan.
Mavrovich uppercut by
Dan bisa saja hal itu dilakukan Lennox Lewis untuk menghindari resiko besar menjelang pertandingan besarnya melawan Evander Holyfield, yaitu dalam rencana duel penyatuan gelar kelas berat untuk menentukan juara kelas berat tak terbantahkan.
against a relatively unknown challenger.
Now he's using his legs, jabbing. Sometimes you have to concede. I'm not going to get a knockout that easy. I'm going to have to box. You can still earn your money boxing.
It's all Lennox Lewis based on clean punching.
Lewis is starting to come back with his left hook now, every now and then, and it makes a difference.
No question. In
1,
fact,
3.
if he knocks the guy out, which at this point looks unlikely, but if he does get the knockout, I'll predict it's going to come off of a left hook or
Right hand.
right hand lead lands for Zelko.
Because Lewis stands around and just stands in front of him and say, come on, do something.
Standing around with his hands below his waist. The notion that
Di ronde ke-11 pertandingan ini, Lennox Lewis kembali menegaskan dirinya
so good
dengan merespon serius setiap tekanan yang coba diberikan Mavrovich.
effectively with the
Di ronde ke-11 pertandingan ini,
Forget about him down the Holyfield and just have a
Mavrovich himself has only been in the 12th round one time. So if in fact this round completes, then a minute and a half from now, both fighters will be going to the 12th round for only the second time in round 11. Mavrovich just doesn't have much left, and Lewis is treating him with total disrespect now.
But Lennox doesn't have much left himself. I mean, he's almost rubbery.
ooh, that's what he's been trying to do all night. Step back and throw that right hand.
di ronde ke-12. Di ronde ke-12 pertandingan ini, Jelko Mavrovich telah menunjukkan bahwa dia memiliki dagu yang sangat luar biasa, yaitu ketika dia beberapa kali harus mendapatkan pukulan terbaik dari seorang Lennox Lewis.
In the state of Connecticut, Mavrovich is probably trying to give it to him.
You just can't hold back anything. This is your chance to be champion of the world. You can't decide I was waiting. I was cooling off. I was coasting.
And lead there. That one lands hard.
He's making Lennox Lewis fight. Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, Lennox would be perfectly content to dance the rest of the round.
The other guy makes him fight, but he only throws one good right hand at a time.
Lewis switching to a southpaw stance. There's virtually no chance that Lewis could lose the fight at this point. But they go the distance.
Walaupun akhirnya petinju Kroasia itu harus dinyatakan kalah dalam penghitungan poin oleh ketiga hakim juri, yaitu dengan skor 119-109, 117-111, dan 117-112 untuk kemenangan Lennox Lewis. Namun ini adalah benar-benar performa yang sangat luar biasa yang dimiliki oleh seorang Jelko Mavrovic. Namun bagi Lennox Lewis, penggemar tinju banyak yang mengkritiknya pada saat itu.